Good morning, my friends. It's about 11:30, and I got about half an hour to take my medicine. And so I've decided to throw a video out. I didn't have much to talk about when I first did the video, but then something came across the YouTube wire that gave me something to put out here. Now, again, everybody on YouTube has the right to put out what they put out. They have their right to whatever they believe. They have their right to say what they want to and do what they want to. But I'm not going to mention these channels, but by the way I talk about them, you're going to understand who they are. Now, way back a long time ago, I already told you about this lady that has this channel, and used to really like watching that channel. But when this whole thing changed 2 months ago, became another rude person, a person who knows everything, and you're wrong and they're right, and these guys are saviors, and blah, blah, blah. Well, again, me being in the center, not the left, not the right, and I watch how things are coming, I can't believe that the people that believe the most, let me see if I can get it for you. I like to thump it once in a while. Let me show it to you. They used to call these guys Bible thumpers. But the people that believe this, which I believe most of, have fallen into the group that this dude is there for you and he means everything good for you, and the little guy behind him is all-knowing and all-seeing also. So last night I kind of saw this article about the news, and I just kind of let it go by because I didn't know if I really believed it. But I was like, well, Then later on today, sure enough, they've been briefing this person who's not president. Oh, but he's had a security clearance forever. Really? Why? The person doesn't believe in this. He has admitted that this is not his thing. He has admitted he's not a Christian. He dressed up as a Baphomet on a Halloween. And yet, everybody thinks this guy's out there for the benefit. Oh, he's sleeping on carpets all night and trying to do the better for us and this and that. Well, okay, let me give you a little bit of this. So you can research this yourself. You can look on the big old G and put it in. And while it doesn't say that the DOGE could be cryptocurrency, it can be, okay? So there's your cashless society. Hasn't happened today, but it could very well happen. Now, I'm going to show you some dumb little thing over here on my, because I have two ways to look. And let me check it out here. And we're going to tell you where the stocks are. This is very fishy to me. So for the past couple days, see, what does it say? 0.20. The gains and losses are very small. 0.20, 1.9, not 500, not 600, not 900, not 200. 0.20. Do you know what that means? That means that somebody, or like I told you, some billionaire buying up some stock, and then it fell. But it's somebody who can afford to do it. They keep trying to tell you the stock market's legitimate, and I've never believed it was. I've only had stock once when I worked at a company that made us have it. And so I'm not a fan of it. But that channel, and here's another one. Very, very predictable channel. Again, I understand when you need money to run something because you don't have a job like GoTo, and this is your job. But Am I from around the world? Always listen to the guy every Thursday night. Last night, they got into some discussion about something, and even though I might not approve of it, I went, oh my Lanta. You're going to go there? And I turned it off. See, people that have Medicare and depend on that and the medicine they get to live can't deal if that's gone. Oh, they know what they're doing. Well, I hate to tell you, my friends, but we're closer to the brink of some kind of a big skirmish somewhere than you know. Israel's been doing a lot of stuff. We've been doing a lot of stuff. Russia and Ukraine back and forth doing a lot of stuff. But as long as it doesn't hit here, nobody gives a crap. And now you got these volcanoes popping off all over. Kailua, you got Etna, you got another one, and then the one in Alaska is supposed to go off pretty soon too. Now, nobody wants to buy that car now, even an old one. So the stock on it's going. But when you've filled me in as to how a person could just get this big major clearance with something to do with war, I'm going to question that and say, really? That doesn't make a bit of sense. But the funny thing about it is that all the people that believe in this think the two are godsends. Have you ever seen that person in a church? Have you ever seen him quote a scripture? Have you ever... No. The other guy already admits that he isn't. But here's the bit. So many people want the man to come down here and be here that they'll take anything because it'll make it happen. I'm going to name a video, but I'm not going to say the whole thing about it. And there was a video that came up that talked about a certain person in China, guy I just mentioned. Big old long drawn out video all about gold and keto and collagen and this and that. And then when he got into the part of the guy, didn't say anything about what the video was tagged. So when we went back and looked, and there was a lot of comments in there, he had redone the video. Okay? Because you had a lot of negative comments. I'm watching now, and these guys have a lot of followers. They'll have like 300,000 followers, and they're getting 10 comments. You know why? Because nobody's watching it anymore as they used to. Then you have a person who decides that they're going to go around the Constitution and run again. And for every single thing that anyone says, the people that are on that side have an answer for it. But none of them are nice. They're all rude. That's just how it is. So my week sabbatical from FB will be over on Sunday. But I think what I've been doing lately is how I'm going to keep running it. Maybe some sports comments. I'm still going to get digged for that, but maybe some of that. I'm not going to give my view on anything like this anymore. Here maybe, but not there. I've learned that no matter what you believe, even if you're right, you're wrong. Because no, these two guys know exactly what they're doing. And yes, they do, and no, they don't. And there's a little meme of the guy sitting there pointing to Greenland, and they're going, no, no, no. And he's, me because he can't have it. And that's kind of what it is. But for all you guys that want all the stuff to happen, it's getting pretty much close to happening. Three powers, Iran, Russia, China, come together and make their little march through all these little countries. And sure, they can fly over, but they're going to do that too. And then you got that guy from the Middle East that I mentioned, I'm not going to say his name, richest guy there is there, who supports the two-state solution and all that other stuff. And then it's all going to go down. Now, I am going to say this before I end the video. If you ever happen to watch this video, my friend, because we were friends on the Dreaded FB, you decided to dump me over something stupid, an opinion that wasn't on your page. It was on a different page where an opinion is an opinion, but you decided to be a child and unfriend me. So, Gil, isn't your information for everybody, no matter what their belief system is? Isn't your information very important for people who believe it to know? But then you, like a 4-year-old, blocked me. Dude, I can still see your stuff. I just go on one of my relatives' FBs and look at you there. That's all I got to do. You didn't do anything. You just satisfied your, oh, I got to block him. Now, have I blocked people? Yes. But over a lot bigger things. I used to never block anyone. My FB used to be wide open. But now the way people are, it's not like when we were younger. You have a lot of these warriors that are sitting behind this, figuring you're never going to meet them. And so they can just say whatever it is because they're not going to do anything they say they're going to do. The 2% might, but the rest of them aren't. They just give their little stupid deal on this. Those in the old days were called trolls. They're still trolls. And I told you about the lady who has the channel that I will still go to it, but I don't last on it more than a couple of minutes. Because all it does is blast one side and say how stupid they are and how great they are. And then once that changes and maybe these guys take over again, it'll be how great these guys are and how stupid these guys are. Term limits, age limits. No one my age should be president. Sorry. That's my view. If you're old enough to retire, you're old enough to not be the guy that runs everything. Let's put it this way. You got midterms, and then in 2 years after that, or whatever it is, you're going to have another deal. And then you better go out and do it, because if you get more of the same, I don't know. But I used to kind of be iffy with what's his name for a while. Then I kind of liked him. But now I'm on that downhill slide again. And the thing I put out here, which I'm going to end this video with, and people laughed at it, but it's very plausible. So what is this one guy? King of AI, right? What do they want to do? They want to put 7 full AI plants in Texas, underground. So, which they're already doing with the DOGE, they're getting your information, and now they have it, chunk into a humongous database, what they've probably already been doing for years anyway. And now everything down there has everybody here, especially in America, on that database. Now, this video or some website I go to, if it links to a name I use, will go right into that database. So everything I've said, whether it was negative or positive, is in that database. Then, I haven't even looked into it to see what the duration is, but supposedly next year we're going to send a robotic mission to Mars. Now, robotic robots, though, not just little whatevers. So the time frame getting there might be a little bit quicker. Now, for all you guys that thought that the moon landing was phony, this can be very phony because of AI. Green screen, all this good stuff. They got to perfect some stuff, though, because when you watch some videos, you can tell because of the way it looks. And sometimes when they speak, they don't say the words like live, they say live and stuff like that. So you can tell that those are phony, but AI is getting better and better and better. And who's to say they never go there at all? Show you this green screen projection of something. Oh boy, look, they're here. Oh wow, we found remnants of something that lived here. Oh wow, look at all this. That could be your blue beam. Instead of these guys coming down here, landing and pretending that they're from somewhere else, could very well be green screen. But again, as I said in one of my last videos, analytical and or critical thinking. If you just believe what TV tells you or what you see, you can be deceived. Deep state, dark web, whatever you want to say. And it's funny because the comment I just got came from a person who, oh, I just put the book back, who believes in that book. Yeah. Easily deceived. I wish I could find that part in the Bible that talks. Let me see if I can find it. See what I can. Okay, we're going to read this. Matthew 24:4. We're going to read this. Jesus answered, "Be careful that no one misleads you, deceiving you and leading you into error." Matthew 24:4. And what is all this AI doing? Deceiving and making people believe this shit's true. Now remember, as I go to end this video, I just thought of this. Remember what I told you about Roswell and how people like us couldn't do it? You got to think about a movie. And yes, it had the guy in it, you know. And he was the Terminator. Give me your clothes. That guy? Remember that? Well, what was he? He was a robot. That's why he was able to do the and be there. People couldn't, but he did. And he was there for Sarah Connor because he was going to try to tell you that I am from the past. And I am coming here. No, I am from the future. And I am coming back here to alter the timeline. So, AI robots, space travel, blah, 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 blah. It all fits. But like I said, people are so easy to believe that these guys from far away traverse this time and space. Oh, but it couldn't have been any other way. Sure it was. And that's your big secret that I've known since I was 14 years old. Again, my dad's friend worked there. The security, but he worked there. My dad worked for the same company, but not there. Went somewhere close, almost. And this guy told my dad that all the stuff that they had talked about was there. I already told you about it. Backwards American flag, glyphics say freedom. You're getting the drift. No person's ever going to do it. It's always going to be military. And that goes the same for the other little files that were released. You're finding out a little bit more about that. not everything, but you're realizing that the guy they said wasn't the guy. You just got to tell yourself whether you believe it or not, right? So I've gone on too long. I just wanted to throw a video out that I don't usually put out. And it's very funny how these people over on the side, just they buy it all up. I don't get it. And I am, or was, a registered, but I have voted a couple times. Now, there was a guy, I read a post of his. He is predominantly but has voted a couple times because he went for who he thought could do it, not because of political party and not because of who they were. Not a reality star and a car maker. Anyway, I guess I'm about done. You guys just have a good day. We'll see what happens. But people are so deceived and they believe everything, and it's just crazy. I sit here and watch it and go. And everything that they're telling you is if a different country did it, you'd be mad because you would think it was tyranny. But yet, it's not now. If we do it, it isn't. You can't go into these foreign countries and just take them. That can't happen. Or can it? It's sad to say that these channels that I really liked, I can't watch them. It's just put these guys down, put these guys down, put them, because they're the ones. And these guys do all this other stuff, and there's nothing wrong with it. And let me tell you, drain the swamp was a Ronald Reagan saying. That was taken. There's something else that he said that was taken too. So in reality, those were all Reagan. Those were not. No. And then, here's the other funny thing. So a few of these guys that got caught ended up having no ties to anything. Anyway, my friends, that's it for today. I can't bring myself to watch these guys anymore. It'll say, and I'll get on there, and breaking, but I know it's going to be 5 minutes of baloney, music, this and this, blah, 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 da, 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 and then into the subject, and I can't do it anymore. Peace. I'll be seeing you.